The kingdom of Shadowguard had known an uneasy peace for centuries. Beneath a sky shrouded in darkness, vampires ruled from the towering obsidian citadel, while werewolf clans roamed the vast Blackthorn forest. Though both races distrusted one another, an ancient pact had prevented war for generations. That peace ended the night the Heart of Eternis vanished. The relic was older than any kingdom, older than any vampire lord or werewolf alpha. Legends claimed it possessed unimaginable power. Some believed it was a weapon, others believed it was a key. Whatever the truth, its disappearance shattered the fragile balance that had kept Shadowguard united. The vampires accused the werewolves accused the vampires. Within weeks, blood was spilled. The ancient pact was broken, and war began.
High above the kingdom, Lord Lucian Dreadthorn stood upon a balcony overlooking the obsidian citadel. Cold winds swept across the black stone fortress as he stared toward the distant forests. Somewhere beyond the horizon, the werewolf clans were gathering. Yet war was not what troubled him. The Heart of Eternis had been protected for centuries. No ordinary thief could have stolen it. Someone powerful was responsible. Someone hidden. Someone who wanted vampires and werewolves fighting each other. A messenger suddenly entered the chamber. "My lord, the northern outpost is gone." Lucian frowned. Destroyed? The messenger shook his head. "No, everyone disappeared." The room fell silent. Then the messenger revealed a strange black metal fragment covered in ancient symbols. The moment Lucian saw it, he felt a chill. He recognized the markings from forgotten legends. The Shadowborn, an ancient civilization believed extinct for over 1,000 years.
Far beyond the citadel walls, Alpha Kael Ironfang received a similar report. A scouting party had discovered dead vampires near an ancient shrine deep within the forest. Among the bodies lay another black metal fragment, bearing the same symbols. Kael stared at it in silence. His grandmother had once spoken of the Shadowborn, ancient rulers who vanished beneath the earth long before vampires and werewolves claimed Shadowguard. Most dismissed the stories as myths. Now Kael wasn't so sure. Over the following days, strange reports spread across the kingdom. Villages vanished. Ancient ruins were disturbed. Strange lights appeared within the eastern mountains. Something was happening beneath Shadowguard. Something ancient. Determined to uncover the truth, Lucian searched the oldest archives beneath the obsidian citadel. After hours of studying forgotten manuscripts, he found a single passage that changed everything. The Heart of Eternis rests beneath the throne of the first king. Lucian stared at the words. The first king, a name that appeared throughout ancient legends. At the same time, Kael discovered the very same name hidden within werewolf records. Though their histories differed, both pointed toward the same location, a lost city buried beneath the eastern mountains. Nithara, the ancient capital of the Shadowborn. Neither leader knew it, but they were following the same trail. Without speaking, Lucian and Kael entered the ruins. Together. The deeper they travelled, the stranger the temple became. Ancient symbols covered every wall. Massive statues watched silently from the darkness. Then they reached the central chamber. Bodies lay scattered across the floor. Vampires, werewolves, all dead. Before anyone could investigate further, movement appeared in the shadows. A creature stepped into the torchlight. It stood nearly 8 feet tall. Its skin resembled cracked black stone. Silver light glowed beneath its surface. Ancient symbols covered its body. The creature smiled. Then it attacked. The battle was fierce. Several warriors fell within moments. Arrows shattered against its body. Blades barely slowed it. Only when Lucian and Kael fought together did the creature finally begin to weaken. Lucian struck first. Kael followed. The creature staggered. Then, just before collapsing, it whispered 3 chilling words. "The king returns." The creature crumbled into dust. Silence filled the chamber. No one knew what the warning meant, but everyone felt the same growing dread. Behind the chamber, they discovered a hidden passage leading deep beneath the mountain. Hours later, they emerged into an underground city, Nithara. Even in ruin, it was magnificent. Ancient towers stretched into darkness. Stone bridges connected forgotten buildings. The lost city was real, and they were not alone. Torches suddenly ignited throughout the city. Hundreds of armoured figures emerged from the shadows. Their armour bore the same ancient symbols, the Shadowborn. They had survived. A hooded leader stepped forward. "For centuries we have waited," he declared. "The age of vampires and werewolves is ending." Before anyone could respond, Shadowborn warriors attacked. Battle erupted throughout the city. Steel clashed. Arrows flew. The underground ruins echoed with war. For the first time in history, vampires and werewolves fought side by side. Together they pushed toward the center of Nithara, toward the source of the mystery. At the heart of the city stood a massive underground chamber, and within that chamber floated the Heart of Eternis. Silver light illuminated the darkness. The relic was finally found. Victory seemed within reach. Then everything changed. Footsteps echoed behind them. Lucian turned. His expression froze. Lady Seraphine stepped from the shadows, one of his most trusted advisors, a woman who had served him faithfully for decades. She smiled, a cold smile, a smile he had never seen before. "My lord," she said softly. Then she drove a blade into his side. Lucian staggered backward in shock. The chamber fell silent. "No," he whispered. Seraphine calmly stepped away. "I was never loyal to you." At that moment, another familiar figure emerged from the darkness. Ronan Blackclaw, one of Kael's most trusted generals. Kael's eyes widened. Ronan stood beside Seraphine. Both wore the symbols of the Shadowborn. The truth struck like lightning. The war, the missing relic, the attacks, the disappearances, it had all been planned. Every event had been carefully manipulated. The conflict between vampires and werewolves had been nothing more than a distraction, a way to keep both factions blind, while the Shadowborn searched for the Heart of Eternis. Ronan smiled. "You were never the true enemy." Seraphine approached the relic. "The first king awaits." The Heart of Eternis suddenly rose higher into the air. Its light intensified. The ground began to shake. Cracks spread across the chamber floor. Ancient symbols illuminated every wall. A roar echoed through Nithara, louder than thunder, older than time. Fear swept across every warrior present. Something was awakening. The massive throne behind the relic suddenly split apart. Darkness poured from the opening. Endless darkness. Then 2 enormous crimson eyes opened. The chamber froze. No one moved. No one spoke. A gigantic figure slowly emerged from the shadows, towering, ancient, impossible. Its very presence seemed to bend the air around it. The first king had awakened. For the first time, even Seraphine looked afraid. The colossal figure gazed across the chamber. Its crimson eyes swept over vampires, werewolves, Shadowborn. Then it smiled, a slow, terrifying smile. Its voice shook the foundations of the world. I remember this kingdom. The ground cracked beneath its feet, but it has forgotten me. Power surged through the chamber. The shadows deepened. The air grew colder. Every warrior knew the same horrifying truth. The war for Shadowguard had only been the beginning. The real nightmare was just starting. As the first king stepped forward, a blinding flash of silver light consumed the chamber, and then everything went dark. To be continued. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss what comes next. Stay tuned for part 2.